Good evening. Welcome to this evening's performance, the Holiday Special. I'm David Vaughn, Director of Bands here at Concord, and I'm also sitting in and playing lead, second, third, and bass trombone with the jazz band tonight. It's going to be a fun night. Just want to remind you to turn off your cell phones and your iPads and all those devices that make clicking noises and ring and things like that. And if you have any candy, you can go ahead and open those. Oh. I'm sorry, I can't talk. So something like that doesn't occur. That's your stick for the evening. Sit back, enjoy, and happy holidays.
The Boy Who Laughed at Santa Claus by Ogden Nash. In Baltimore, there lived a boy. He wasn't anybody's joy. Although his name was Jabez Dawes, his character was full of flaws. In school, he never led his classes, and he hid old ladies' reading glasses. His mouth was open when he chewed, and elbows to the table glued. He stole the milk of hungry kittens, and walked through doors marked no admittance. He said he acted thus because there wasn't any Santa Claus. Another trick that tickled Jabez was crying boo at little babies. He brushed his teeth, they said in town, sideways instead of up and down. Yet people pardoned every sin and viewed his antics with a grin, till they were told by Jabez Dawes there isn't any Santa Claus. Deploring how he did behave, his parents swiftly sought their grave. They hurried through the portals pearly, and Jabez left the funeral early. Like whooping cough from child to child, he sped to spread the rumor wild. Sure as my name is Jabez Dawes, there isn't any Santa Claus. Slunk like a weasel of a martin through nursery and kindergarten, whispering low to every tot, there isn't any, no there's not. The children wept all Christmas Eve, and Jabez chortled up his sleeve. No infant dared hang up his stocking, for fear of Jabez's rival mocking. He sprawled on his untidy bed, fresh malice dancing in his head. When presently, with scalp a-tingling, Jabez heard a distant jingling. He heard the crunch of sleigh and hoof, crisply alighting on the roof. And what good to rise and bar the door? A shower of soot was on the floor. What was beheld by Jabez Dawes? The fireplace full of Santa Claus. Then Jabez fell upon his knees with cries of don't and pretty please. He howled, I don't know where you read it, but anyhow I never said it. Jabez replied, the angry saint, it isn't I, it's you that ain't. Although there is a Santa Claus, there isn't any Jabez Dawes. Said Jabez then with an impertinent bend, oh yes there is, and I am him. Your magic don't scare me, it doesn't. And suddenly he found he wasn't. From grimy feet to grimy locks, Jabez became a jack-in-the-box. An ugly toy with springs unsprung, forever sticking out his tongue. The neighbors heard his mournful squeal. They searched for him, but not with zeal. No trace was found of Jabez Dawes, which led to thunderous applause. And people drank a loving cup and went and hung their stockings up. All you who sneer at Santa Claus, beware the fate of Jabez Dawes. The saucy boy who mocked the saint, Donner and Blinson licked off his paint.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three.
Christmas Day, that old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And thought how as the day had come, the belfries of all Christendom had rolled along the unbroken song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. So ringing, singing on its way, the world revolved from night to day. A voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then from each black, accursed mouth, the cannon thundered in the south. And with the sound the carols drowned of peace on earth, goodwill to men. And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, for hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to men. Then pealed the bells more loud and deep. God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to men.
Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our graduating senior in the choir. His name is Matt Hamilton, and he is from New Jersey. He has been a strength in this group, singing both baritone and tenor, and doing whatever we ask of him. It has been a joy to work with him, to have him in our choir, and I just hope he sings forever and ever. Thank you.
I a story about the first great war for religious freedom. The Jewish people believed that one invisible God had created the entire world and had given them the laws to follow for a good and just life. The idea of just one invisible God puzzled many people, especially the worldly and sophisticated Greeks. Many Jews liked the Greek way of life, their language, clothes, and their beliefs. But not all Jews wanted to follow this new fashion. Antiochus IV, the Syrian king, insisted that all Jews become Greek. When the Jews didn't convert, Antiochus banned their holidays, burned their books, and killed anyone, including mothers and children. Antiochus erected altars to Zeus everywhere, including in the great temple in Jerusalem. In 167 BCE, Syrian soldiers came to the mountain village of Modin in Israel to meet with Mattathias, an elderly and respected Jewish priest. With flattery and bribery, they tried to coax him and his 5 sons to come to an altar where they erected a statue of Zeus, but Mattathias refused. Suddenly, a villager stepped in front of the altar of Zeus, ready to bow before it. Enraged at this traitor, Mattathias struck and killed him and a soldier. While tearing down the altar, he thundered, "Whoever is for God, follow me!" Then he and his sons and a few followers fled to the mountains and planned an attack on Antiochus. Mattathias and his sons, called the Maccabees, which means hammers, led a small group of soldiers against Antiochus' army. The Maccabees, who fought with sticks, stones, and farm tools, won victory against the Syrians, who were armed with swords, javelins, and used elephants as tanks. On the 25th of Kislev, 165 BCE, the Maccabees returned triumphantly to Jerusalem, ready to celebrate. Instead, they grieved. The temple was filthy. Blood, dirt, and ashes covered everything. All the books, Torahs, candlesticks were gone. Worst of all, there was only one drop of oil left for the menorah, a lamp with 7 branches, one for each day of the week. It was supposed to burn continuously. One drop of oil will last 1 day, but it burned for 8 days. And this is why Hanukkah is 8 days long. The story of Hanukkah is not about military victory, but about miracles. The miracle of a few people triumphing over tremendous odds in the struggle for the right to practice their religious beliefs. This is something inside everyone. The spirit to choose what you believe is right, no matter how hard or dangerous that may be.
Shining clear and bright.
stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children had nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment that it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then, in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle full of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes how they twinkled, his dimples how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of the pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wiggle of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filling all the stockings he turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like a down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
collaborations with it. It's been a real pleasure to put this together. But now I'd like to welcome you to do a sing-along with us on the back of your program, if you have it. And if not, if you'd be so kind as to share it with your neighbors. I will turn around to help you know where your entrance is as well as Dr. Rose. Okay, here we go. sign-up sheet? Music majors, the sign-up sheet is over here with Dr. Rhodes. Drive safely, everyone. Thank you very much. Happy holidays.